Labor unions and activists marched across the Bay Area to celebrate International Workers' Day, better known as May Day.
And while it's not unusual for May Day protests to show solidarity with other movements, today the focus was squarely on the war in Gaza. Palestinian flags were a common sight at the protest our news crew visited, like the march early this morning from San Francisco's Mission District to City Hall.
In Oakland, students at Oakland Tech walked out waving Palestinian flags on campus as they joined the national movement. And in just the past hour, we saw this huge march through downtown Oakland, one of several demonstrations going on in that city, marching for workers' rights and to an end of the war in Gaza. Protesters who are planning a rally at the Port of Oakland this afternoon, they're actually claiming victory, saying the port proactively shut down ahead of their planned demonstration there. Back over to San Francisco, we're going to begin our coverage there tonight.
NBC Bay Area Sergio Quintana is live at City Hall, where the protest ended earlier this afternoon. Sergio?
Yeah, when the demonstrators got here to San Francisco City Hall, there were a few speakers who did voice concerns over budget cuts at the city that could affect workers, and some people who spoke about concerns for immigrant workers' rights. But from the start of the demonstration today, which was in the Mission District, the overriding message was support for Palestinians in Gaza.
Viva, viva Palestina! Viva, viva.
Looking into the crowd gathered at Mission and 24th Street in San Francisco, Palestinian flags are the most visible part of this event. On this International Workers' Day, marchers in Paris protested issues about the city hosting the Olympic Games. And people in Manila marched for better wages and job security amidst rising prices. But here in San Francisco, demonstrators spoke out against the U.S. government's support of Israel in the ongoing battle with Hamas in Gaza.
We send an even clearer message that we will not rest until every last piece of this war machine is dismantled.
A few hundred people turned out for the morning rally in the Mission on this sunny Wednesday. Organizers say they represent a coalition of labor groups, teachers, and immigrants.
And we just want to show that the working class shows out for each other, that we have each other's back, and that we show out for the working class all over the world, especially in Palestine.
Among the group, we spotted one person holding an Israeli flag. This conflict started in October when Hamas militants invaded Israel, killed thousands, and took hundreds hostage, including more than 100 who remain in captivity. Also in this crowd, Galen McEwen, who supports the Palestinians. She was wearing a silence equals death cap, which was a slogan used in the 1980s and 90s by LGBTQ rights activists. She acknowledges LGBTQ people face persecution in Gaza.
For sure, like the people in power are not friendly to anybody who's an underdog anywhere, essentially, you know, but the people of Palestine have proven again and again to be open and willing to accept, there's been activists of all races and sexual identities who've come to do work there.
The group marched from the Mission to San Francisco City Hall. On the way, a sizable deployment of San Francisco police and California Highway Patrol blocked the on-ramp to the Central Freeway. No one from the protest group tried to enter. I just wanted to correct a quick detail in that story. We said thousands were killed during that raid in October by the Hamas militants. The actual number of people who were killed were 1,400 Israelis. Now, when the demonstrators got here to San Francisco City Hall, they rallied here for about an hour and then they peacefully dispersed. Reporting live at San Francisco City Hall, I'm Sergio Quintana, NBC Bay Area News.